You know, there's an organ inside you well, it's pretty quiet. It does its job without any fuss, right up until the moment something goes catastrophically wrong. Today, we're going to try and decode a hidden message it might be sending you.
And that's the tough reality of the pancreas. It's so vital, but its most serious issues, like pancreatic cancer, are notoriously hard to catch early on. This is a huge reason why it remains one of the deadliest cancers out there.
But what if that's not the whole story? What if it's not always so silent? What if it's sending out an SOS, a critical clue that might be hiding in your regular health data? That's exactly what we're going to dig into. All right, so to crack this code, we've got to get to know the source. Let's dive in and take a closer look at the organ at the very center of this mystery, the pancreas.
You can think of the pancreas as this incredible two-in-one machine. On the one hand, it's busy making enzymes that help you digest your food. But its other job, the one that's so critical for our story today, is all about producing hormones.
And the real star of the show, the hormone we're focusing on, that's insulin. I mean, you can basically think of it as the master controller for your body's entire energy grid. It's the one managing how much sugar or glucose is floating around in your blood at any time.
So, here's how it's supposed to work. When you eat, your blood sugar naturally goes up. That's the signal for the pancreas to release insulin, which acts just like a key. It travels through your bloodstream, goes up to your cells, and literally unlocks them to let all that glucose in so you can use it for energy. When everything's running smoothly, it's just a beautiful, efficient system.
Okay, so if the pancreas is our factory and insulin is the key product it's making, what happens when something goes terribly wrong inside that factory?
And that right there is the million-dollar question. When a disease like cancer starts to develop in the pancreas, it doesn't just sit there. It actively messes with the organ's ability to do its job.
The cells that are responsible for making insulin, they're called beta cells, they can get damaged or even destroyed. It's like the main assembly line just grinds to a halt. The factory just can't produce its most important product anymore.
And here's the result. This is the big takeaway. Without enough of those insulin keys to go around and unlock the cells, all that sugar, that glucose, it gets stuck in the bloodstream. It has nowhere to go. This causes your blood sugar levels to rise. And if that rise is sudden, if it's sharp, and if there's no other good reason for it, that could be the pancreas sending out an SOS.
And this is so important to understand because not all blood sugar spikes are the same. Look, your blood sugar can go up for a lot of reasons, right? Maybe you had a huge pasta dinner, or you've been stressed, or maybe you skipped the gym a few days. Those are lifestyle spikes. They make sense. But what we're talking about here is totally different. It's when nothing has changed in your habits, but your annual checkup suddenly shows a big jump in your blood sugar or your HbA1c. That's the potential red flag.
Now, this potential warning sign, this SOS, it's not happening in a bubble. It's deeply tied into our overall metabolic health, which, as you know, is affected every single day by the choices we make.
Things like what we eat, how much we move, our stress levels, our relationships, and even how well we sleep, these 5 factors are constantly putting pressure on that insulin factory. They can either help it run smoothly or put a major strain on it over time.
For instance, if your diet is always high in sugar, you're forcing the pancreas to work overtime, pumping out more and more insulin. Eventually, your cells can just get tired of it and stop responding to the key. That's insulin resistance. On top of that, chronic stress and not getting enough sleep can throw other hormones like cortisol completely out of whack, messing with blood sugar even more. Over the years, all this strain adds up, and it really increases the risk for a bunch of chronic diseases. So after all of this, what's the main thing to remember? Look, this isn't meant to scare you, not at all. It's about giving you the power of awareness. Because awareness is, without a doubt, your best defense.
And the action plan here is actually really straightforward. First, just know your numbers. At your regular checkups, pay attention to your blood sugar or HbA1c levels. Second, look for the story behind those numbers. If you see a big jump, ask yourself, does this actually make sense with what I've been doing lately? If the answer is no, that's your cue for step 3. Talk to your doctor. Don't just brush it off. An unexplained change is the perfect reason to start a conversation.
At the end of the day, our bodies are always talking to us, you know? The pancreas might be called the silent organ, but maybe it isn't completely silent. Maybe we just need to learn how to listen to its whispers, like a sudden change in our blood sugar, before it ever has to scream.
Hey, if this explainer was helpful for you, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more. And if there's another complex health topic you're curious about and want us to break down, just drop it in the comments below.